There is a type of sitting that literally tears the pants. It comes from the sense of immobility we feel when we put our crafts on hold, when we hesitate, when we resist and stiffen up. Monotony and boredom become then responsible for wearing out those pants and waiting for a better day to perform a ritual to connect with this or that god becomes our safe garment to wear, and while we wear it, it wears us out. Always thought the concept of monotony, boredom, is a fairly recent concept. As for being bored, you need to have reasons to that and an excessive awareness of time. An awareness of time that should be absolutely absent. Eliminating the awareness of time has strangely made my craft more spacious, vaster. Up here, we are used to live our lives simply responding to life, based on how life daily presents itself to us. The sense of having to save time for this or that, to make time to live my craft, is incomprehensible, as time for this or time for that unfolds naturally when it is naturally time for that. Reality is that time has become the most vicious of predators in the world of concrete, and while the life of some deals with lynxes and wolverines, the chopping of wood, the storms and the high winds, the tides and seasons, the life of some others deal instead with time. The quote, "killing time," confirms what I just said. You feel the need to kill time. This means time is too heavy to you, and it is the predator you are dealing with. The quote, "killing time," also tells me many experience time as a form of emptiness they desperately try to kill or fill. Boredom, unwillingness to perform a sorcery, laziness, feeling lost in your spirituality becomes then clearly a protective mechanism when we experience time as the predator. The negative relationship with spiritual laziness, monotony, boredom arises from the fact we humans need to regulate that too. We need to avoid it and eradicate it because we want our crafts to be perfect, polished as a TikTok reel. This is when we stop worshipping the gods and start worshipping the aesthetic. This is the exact moment where that boredom, that lazy spiritual approach turn into a predator. But what if I told you that even boredom and monotony, even a broken spirituality, are sacred sites for potential? What if I told you that your broken craft is not a predator, and that by experiencing its potential, you might be astonished by what can actually emerge? It is is in a moment of immense boredom. Spells started and never finished, voices broken in the calling of the gods, sets of runes, oracles collected to honor the dust, that I have learned to listen to my heartbeat. It is there doing what it knows to do best, beat. It is in moments of horrendous monotony and hopelessness that I looked at my hands and saw they were actually the stunning map of my life so far. They were the portrait of the sacred blood my whole life has been so far, and felt my skin, its adventures, its fights. All of that was spirituality, sorcery at its best, naturally. You see, whatever you deal with in life can be your predator or your ally. It is all about how you choose to wear the garment of time. You wear it and explore the potential, or you let it wear you out. In a lavvo, we make fire not to ward off yawns, but to create a natural environment for those yawns. Simple movements, simple actions, they matter more than you can comprehend in a time of monotony and lack of stimuli towards your craft. So to me, the simple act of making a fire changes the feeling of the battleground, where time stops being the predator and it becomes an ally to enjoy my fire with, in the company, of course, of a few precious yawns here and there. The land up here has offered me probably the most precious clarity of vision. Life is all about loosening or stiffening. Moods, environments, games, fights, love, dance, laughter, tears, pain are all about our bodies loosening or stiffening. I have always thought the real barrier in life is when we cannot experience our capacity for simply being. It is all about how we choose to behave in a dubious space, how we decide to take in those moments of indirection. I have yet to see a reindeer going through a dubious or uncertain terrain, stiffen it up, as if it did that, it would starve and die. Where the land bleeds, the reindeer will still reject atrophy and see in those bleeding patterns the most colorful of silks. You see, in this type of land up here, all the emotions are constantly cascading on me as a consequence of the fabric of this land. This translates in me not being able to afford to stiffen up. I have to be loose and experience a different kind of world, the momentary world. I wish we had a language for not time. Monotony in your life and craft is not atrophy, and in its deepest sense would be possibly the perfect land for that type of language if we only chose to experience it as a useful instrument and accompany its melody instead of creating dissonance by fighting it, and experience it as a moment of vision, as a storyteller which does not have to tell a story about the necessary but about the possible. Jura will teach you how to ground and create boundaries. Njur will teach you how to harness the breath, balance the body, and find presence in the moment. Sarahka and Freyia will teach you to embody passion, burning away what no longer serves you, and learn to construct attractively work with your craft. Ran will teach you how to explore your emotional depths and come back to the heart. The great white reindeer spirit will teach you how to connect to your own sense of power, embracing all the lessons of the gods. They are not a master of perfection either. They are fallible and subject to a web of casuality which binds and permeates all things. So, what about walking a few steps with Jure today, offering some of your breaths to Njur, cooking your next meal with Freyia, taking your next shower with Ran, massage your favorite ointment into your skin with the Gabba reindeer spirit. I tell you that it is that simple. Simplicity banishes the unnecessary, and do you know what happens when the unnecessary is not there anymore? That the necessary can finally speak and be heard.
Back out. Kick me in the teeth that's burning, knock me down. Forget it. The predator lurking within is calling out. You can't sleep, I'm afraid to be found out. You can't see.